want this land, God will give you. He will give you. You may have challenges, but he will give you. Your children will possess the land. They will possess the gates of their enemies. Many of the people you are angry with, they are more righteous in the eyes of God than his own people. And God is challenging the people of God. Wake up to righteousness. Wake up to right desires. Wake up to faith. Understand your God, your Father, has the power. Understand it. There are principles for possessing the land. There are. What he gives to you as his child is to teach you those principles. For example, righteousness and justice. Righteousness and justice. You hear what they said? And a northern Muslim said, other people, God hates usury. You know what they call usury? He hates usury. Profiteering, he hates it. You just take advantage of every situation to grab more for yourself. Money is scarce, and yet you have the heart to tell somebody to give you 3,000 naira out of his 10,000 that you're helping him get. How else do you define wickedness? Yet a Muslim looked and said, no, my charge is 200 naira. The Southerner collected 1.5. Southern Christian, I presume. And they said, but your colleagues collected 1.5. He laughed. He said, I don't want to be part of the problem of the country. It's that statement that hit me. It's that statement. He said, this country has problems. Please, I don't want to be part of the problems. When it's time to bless people, God says, Bankie, sit down. Let's be just. Who do you think I should increase financially? Who will you make the president? This guy or this one? That's what God is saying. If you were the one that rules in the affairs of mankind, and you give the kingdom over to whomsoever you wish, who will you make president of these two people? I go look and say, God, let me be honest. The one that doesn't want to be part of the problems, make that one president. Because the only problem is that they say he has 3 wives. Did I say that's an abomination? Say this one that has only 1 wife. Ask me how many girlfriends he has. If he can come to, how can sinners come together? God said, if they gather, I will scatter them. That's what he says. Listen, Pastor, let me give you a message to pastors. I want to close now. I hope I've said something today to you. Pastors, listen. You people are the problem of Nigeria. Pastors, I hope you are hearing me. I give you large platforms. You don't preach righteousness. You don't preach the truth. You preach pain. You preach bitterness. You preach politics. Your messages are divisive. That's all you're concerned about. The anger of man is what I hear from your pulpits. You don't elevate Jesus Christ. You don't describe him for people. He says, say to the cities of Zion, behold your God. What do? You say to the people of God, behold your enemies. Behold those who don't want you to prosper. What is the job of a pastor? Say to the cities of Zion, behold your God. Your God is coming. His recompense is with him. That's what you are supposed to say. Some things I hear pastors say, because of the respect I have for some of the men I say them, I can't even repeat them here. They are painful. They are painful. Sorry, I couldn't say that online. You hear what some of our senior men say. You are pained from your heart. You're like, God, how can you bless these people? It's not possible. God says, listen, if you guys had any peace in 8 years, I I did everything possible in righteousness to help you have peace. Because how many of you ever, many people wanted the country to collapse so they can say, I said so. Yes. This morning I thought of one of my friends. I said to myself, wicked soul, I don't want to talk to you. They just want to rejoice. Things must go wrong. I thought of him this morning. I said, this guy, you're not talking to me. And I'm happy. I'm happy because if you did, we'll fight all the time. We'll fight every time. Listen though. I'm warning pastors. Listen, let me tell you this. Like Judas, the Lord will treat you. For instigating rebellious, the part of it, let me just quote the part of Judas. He said, his place let another take. Many of you are going to lose the pulpits of those big churches because righteousness is not rising from there. People leave your church, they are angry. The other one of our big pastors, I said, if anybody goes to this church, they will kill somebody one day. Yeah. Because every time, I know he has reason for being angry, but every time he leaves the pulpit, anger, bitterness, anger. If you go to this church, one day you will kill somebody. I don't see ministry of reconciliation. I don't see it. No, honestly. And I'm telling you what the Lord, that's what's vexing God. So all of you can go and vote any rubbish vote you want to vote on Saturday. It's not going to change anything as long as the people are the same. Told somebody that if Jesus becomes the president of Nigeria, I said, what will he change? You think Jesus as president can change anything in democracy? His bill will not pass. He will write a budget now. You give it to Jaguda, Oli, Onyoshi, Barao in National Assembly. You think they will pass the bill of the Almighty? Somebody say, he's God. Let me tell you where his Godship works. He will come in one day and kill everybody. Say, why did you do that? You said I'm God now. You think he forces wicked people to do right? He will smoke them. If he says power, everybody, they will bypass his meter. Then when they finish bypassing his meter, he will judge them. Jesus cannot reign without the wrath, the rod, how do you call it again? There's one rod of his wrath with which he shatters the nations like earthenware. He can't. That's why he's so patient. He just watch. He said, if I mount that throne, now go sit, you will see death, you'll be tired. Jeremiah finished preaching. One guy challenged him. God said, go and tell him. He has instigated rebellion against the Lord. This is the year he will die. All the guy said was that God said 2 years. Jeremiah said 70 years you are going to be Catholic. The guy said 2 years. Because they tell him I'm removing him. Why? He's making people disbelieve the truth. Sometimes I look at this person and he talks and say, democracy, you have to get your PVC and vote. When you vote is your power. Because if you say that again, I shut you down. People of God don't believe those lies. God is still ruling in this country. Whoever wins the election and sits, I keep on emphasizing and sits. But if you win, it doesn't impress me. Come and sit down first. That's my own. If you sit, I will worship God for you. I start praying for you again. The least I can do is to at least contribute faith into the environment so that those who are sitting in the power, at least they will have the opportunity to succeed. I've spoken long enough today. Whatever the Lord said to each person, let me hear what the Spirit is saying to the church. Let's bow our heads and give the Lord thanks.